It is in actual fact now flashing, and they're all set. Away and they're racing. Trespassing was the first to hit the ground. Away quickly Blazing Emerald, looking for the lead. Happy as Larry, surging across. Rommel's Goddess is fourth as they go up onto the first corner from Fun Charles. Snip of Gossip, Do It Right further back in the field. And then came Rubik Lass, and last of all is Mississippi Dawn. At the 1200 now, the pace being turned on by Happy as Larry, which is now raced to the lead. To the Riverside, Happy as Larry, stoked up in the early stages, fired to the front by two. Blazing Emerald, a length away, Snip of Gossip, then Trespassing at the 1000, running fourth. About 3/4 Rommel's Goddess, a length and a half to the favourite Fun Charles. Then came Do It Right in the last couple. Mississippi Dawn, who's getting up on the rails next from Rubik Lass. Happy as Larry at the 800 is the pilot, and going out at a very steady gallop. Leads the way from Blazing Emerald. Up running third, Snip of Gossip, starting to get up onto the bridle. Trespassing is fourth, followed then by Rommel's Goddess, a length away then to the Playing God, Philly Fun Charles. Mississippi Dawn's got right up on her inside, getting a beautiful rails run to the corner, and then Do It Right back last of all, Rubik Lass. 400 left to go. Happy as Larry brings them for home over Blazing Emerald. Trespassing behind them, followed by Snip of Gossip. Now he's running out of a bit of room with Mississippi Dawn. Has to go back to the railers. Fun Charles on the outside. Rommel's Goddess put their runs in at the 175. Blazing Emerald comes at Happy as Larry. Happy as Larry won't lie down. Over on the outside, Rommel's Goddess, but Blazing Emerald now kicks to the lead, and Blazing Emerald won it. Blazing Emerald beat home Rommel's Goddess. Happy as Larry or Fun Charles for third, and then Mississippi Dawn, who had a bit of a checkered pathway in the straight. Behind those next of all is Trespassing, Do It Right, Rubik Lass, and dropping out to finish near enough to last is Snip of Gossip. Danny Morton's stable comes up with a double. Number 3, Blazing Emerald, the Sessions mare. Back to a Class 3 today and out to the 1600. And she's delivered the right result, beating Rommel's Goddess, Happy as Larry, and Fun Charles. In fourth place, Mississippi Dawn got a rails run and then ran out of a bit of room, had to change direction back inside of heels and go to the fence. 138.26. 138.26, first half of the race run at a better pace than that would read. Blazing Emerald by Sessions out of Unfurl. For Oakland Park, Neville Duncan, trained by Dan Morton, the second leg of a double today for Dan. He, of course, won a little earlier on this afternoon in race 2 with Hobart. And Brad Parnham aboard. Brad brings up the second leg of a double as well. Second home, number 2, Rommel's Goddess. Luke Campbell, the rider for Neville Parnham, a Rommel mare out of Cashier Miss. And third is One Happy as Larry. And I'm all the talk aces Wish Gilding, and gave a bold account under the 59 to hold on into third placing, ridden by Lisa Staples. And they sprinted home in 34.99. 3-2-1-7 the placings here. So the two fancies miss out. Fun Charles fourth home, and Mississippi Dawn back there has run about 7th in a group of horses. Race 5, the Reliable Asset Maintenance Handicap over 1,000. Number 3, Platinum Shot, along with 8, If I Didn't Have a Dime, both coming out of the next at 3.55. And Lockie now joins Dan Morton in the enclosure after the second win for the stable here this afternoon.
Thanks, Darren. Yes, combining with Bradley Parnham, and Dan gave this mare a good push earlier this afternoon after the win of Hobart, and Dan joins me now. Dan, Blazing Emerald, you were keen to see her stretch out in trip here this afternoon. What gave you that indication to do exactly that?
She sort of indicated that a fair way out, but to be fair, Neville Duncan's had it in mind for a long time, just make sure we get her out mile plus. So, yeah, and it just really looks like she is screaming out for ground. I was really pleased when Brad landed where he did, knowing that they were going to have to chase her down, and she's a pretty fit mare.
1,600 metres today. Does she now go to 1,800 metres? I note that she's a West Speed Platinum 4-year-old mare. Do you look to try target the bonuses?
For sure. I feel like it's right in a wheelhouse, and yeah, good bonuses on offer.
But beyond that, does she have the attributes to get out over 2,000, 2,100 metres? Is she a relaxed enough mare behind the scenes to do exactly that?
She certainly is. We'll just edge along. You know, obviously out there on 18 to chase the bonuses, and we'll just see where we go from there.
Muddy Waters, can he make it a treble?
Well, I know he's got enough ability if he wants to take part early, so that'll be his hurdle.
I'll ask you after they jump. Well done here.
Thank you.
There's Dan Morton after the win of Blazing Emerald, and yet another lovely tactical ride from Bradley Parnham. He led all the way aboard Hobelar, and he made sure that Blazing Emerald was in a nice commanding position in the box seat following Happy as Larry in the early stages of the race, Scott, and that really did look like the winning move in the first 200 metres of the event.
Certainly did, and the training performance to get this mare out of a bit of ground as well. She'd been knocking on the door, that West Speed Platinum behind Red Tory, who Brad rode for victory. It was always going to be a pretty handy form reference. Bradley joins us now, brings up the second leg of a double alongside Danny Morton. Bradley, an honest type of mare that deserved a second victory like that.
Yeah, it was actually a nice win. Sort of had a nice run throughout, but I just felt like maybe the speed was a little bit hotter than I wanted it to be, but I was still in the right position. I was able to dictate sort of just sitting behind the leader and not having anyone outside me. I was able to sort of dictate when I went, and yeah, look, she was pretty strong to the line, so it was a good effort.
Credit to Paul Jordan's horse, gave a pretty nice fight on the inside.
It did, actually. If anything, I was going to be more worried about the ones coming down the outside, but yeah, to that horse's credit, it kicked really well and did give me something to chase for quite a while, so, you know, probably helped my horse really, but yeah, they were both good efforts.
Post-race review on Come On Emma in the previous?
Yeah, I think she should have won. She just copped a bit of a bump at the top of the straight, which just took the wind out of her for about 50 metres, but that's all it needed to be, and, you know, she actually picked back up and fought to the line well, but yeah, I think without that, she probably gets the job done.
Congratulations on this one, well done.
Thank you.
There's Brad Parnham. He brings up a double with the Dan Morton yard. This time it's Blazing Emerald taking out the Western Race Picks handicap. And on the other side of the break, we'll be catching up with Gareth and Pete once again for more Wednesdays in the West.